Hey guys, my name is Bianca Thompson, previous artist for the Bandbox, and I just wanted to give you an invite to check out my latest Kickstarter called Back to Retro 4, featuring unique 70s, 80s, and 90s sketch cards.
Welcome to the Mod Squad, where we're just a group of friends talking about anything pop culture and Bandbox related. I'm your host, Kevin. Joining me always is Kelly.
Yo.
And Felix.
What's up?
Joining us today, we have another moderator from the Bandbox. We have Paul. What's up?
Howdy.
Today's episode is going to be slightly different. We are going to be talking about a Kickstarter. This is a Kickstarter that was started by a BAM artist, Bianca Thompson.
Yep.
And in this Kickstarter, Paul is actually one of the artists. Paul,
well,
would you like to tell us
Bianca
about it?
started, I met Bianca, God, what was it, Felix, 4 years ago when she did the first set of sketch cards. They were random drops in some of the boxes. And then I think
That
was
was
it 20?
the convention box.
The
only
convention box
one
was Salt Lake
Bam
City.
did,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And then she did, God, what was it? That lunacy that she had to make like 1,200 sketch cards or something.
That was for
2018, maybe?
2,500 plus. Yeah. Sketch
Yeah,
cards in
and-
about a month.
And we've, been in communication loosely ever since then. And a lot of people didn't know that I doodled with a pencil and all kinds of different mediums whenever I was bored. It keeps me focused, and, anybody who does any kind of art will understand that. But she started a Kickstarter called Back to Retro, and she actually created this in her mind 3 years ago, and it came to kind of fruition last year. And basically, she got a lot of artists together, and they created sketch cards based on a certain topic. She gives us general ideas, but we can kind of do whatever we want. Everybody has their own unique themes and ideas, and it's actually called Artists Assemble, and they brought a lot of different people together. I've met a lot of new friends out of it, but I got some of the cards from the second and third set, and I'm like, I can do that. So I went and ordered some blank sketch cards, and I sent her some samples. And she gifted me the chance to join one of the sketch card sets. So now this is my third set. I created a couple on my Facebook. I put them online. I made a blade. And I made, what was the other one? Predator. Was one of the other ones I created, and a bunch of other cards in that set.
I'll be honest. I knew you drew. I knew you did those for Mike and Shane for their YouTube channels. I'm still waiting on mine, but I'm not saying, but I'm saying. And
You drew me a Darth Maul, man. It's on the way.
Is it really? All right, that works.
Where the heck did I do? You know what? I have a bunch of sketches here. I guess I forgot the Darth Maul. I've showed you, but I'm going to show some of the examples of some of the cards and where I've been. So this is the newer one I started trying to look for Iron Man.
Awesome.
Here is, I guess before and after Anakin Part 3. I kind of liked how he looked all dreary with the yellow eyes.
Yep.
And Darth Vader, I didn't want to
one.
make him just black, so he's got some texture to him going on. I wanted to go in the future.
art.
I want to do a few more cards like this. I got Pattinson Batman.
Ooh.
I like
Yeah. I want to do a few more. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I think it's pretty cool to go either really far back and cool ideas, or go in the future and do stuff no one's done yet. And I haven't seen a lot of Pattinson, so let me try and get. I want to do more horror. I like horror. I love horror. My pop culture and
Zombie
DC Comics.
Golden Girls. There you go. Do it.
You know what? I'll do it. There is a 13 ghosts I've created. Eventually, I want to turn this into an entire set. I want to do all 13. This is not
Awesome.
on one of my cards. However, I did get my own cards made on the
Nice.
back here.
Awesome.
It'll say the Peep Geek. It's got my little signature right there. My social media. Thank you to Bianca Thompson for cracking these out for me. It ties into the YouTube channel. But this is a card I made for, I've been making cards for people who've been supporting me from the beginning, friends, and, just get my name out there. I did this one for Mike. for House of a Thousand Corpses.
Nice.
And I'll get that off to him eventually. And I got some other things planned for some other folks who've been around for me.
I did not know how fucking good you were, dude.
I didn't know. So I started drawing again. I haven't drawn in years, honestly.
And
I've been drawing in years.
I was like, damn. And then you showed me that Darth Maul, how you how it started with a blank and the way you sketched it in, and it's if I have it in time, I'll show it right here. But it was
basically I did the pencil sketch. I did the ink, and then I erased the pencil. Then I did the basic colors, and I did the highlights at the end.
How long does it take you to finish one card?
Usually between 1 to 2 hours. I don't rush to get them done. I've always appreciated the more detailed cards when you look at them. It's just the small little things, the hairs and the eyes and the lips, and there's nothing wrong with some of the other cards. I just, for my personal style, I like the smaller detailed stuff that, making it more unique. So when people look at it, they have to look at it for a moment to give it some uniqueness to my personal style. So 1 to 2 hours. I don't think it's extremely long. I don't know how long it takes other artists to make them. Some of the cards are quicker than others. I can do them a lot quicker. I can make them a lot simpler, but if I'm doing something that I love, I wanted to put all my heart into it.
Yeah. Have you done any like metallic cards yet, or like is there?
I've got some metallic. I've got some ideas. I'm going to work through them. I've got some fluorescent colors, where basically it'll glow under a black light. Oh. So some of the highlights might work that way. And the same tool, if you put on 3D glasses, it will pop off the card. Ooh. So I'm looking at a few of those ideas to find out the perfect image that it might apply to. So I also help my girlfriend's brother. He puts on a haunted house every year, and now they keep me around just for that. So he's given me this hallway, and it's slowly expanding, and he's got black lights in it, and I get different colors, holographic. I mean, just neon colored paper, but I put it on there. So when you walk through this room, the walls are like in 3D and they're coming at you and things like that. So it turned out really cool. And I thought the idea would work well on a sketch card, nice. Just some special glasses and a light. And it's not everybody has glasses and a light, but if I'm going to sit here and experiment on stuff, I'm going to see how far I can take some of these ideas.
Awesome,
man. What, if you could choose one, what is your favorite piece that you have done so far? Throughout there's all the cards. I'm a nitpicker to my own work, and I see everything in my mind that it didn't come on the card how I wanted it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I have a card yet. There's pieces of it that are like, oh, I like that, or I like this. I like how that turned out. So every card, I'm just trying to fix whatever I've challenged myself with, and I do some homework, and I find out how to do that better on the next card. And that's really what I work on. Is it's not that I'm trying to make them perfect for myself, because I'll never will be. But if I can make every card a little better to what I want in the next one, I think everybody else will accept them that way too.
Why did you stop with your art, and what made you start again?
Life. I moved, from California to Georgia to Illinois in probably a 2.5 year period. I bought and sold 2 houses in that time. I moved jobs. Establishing a relationship, the YouTube channel, working for the Bandbox. Now, you never know where an opportunity might come from. So with these sketch cards, I'm like, well, you know what? I've done these sketch cards. I was proud of what I've done, and they turned out better than I thought I could do. Because I have my own worst critic, and so I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go all in and see where it can go. And so I was like, I'm talking to Bianca, and if I have a resource, like she can make some sketch cards. Oh, okay, let me do it. How much is it? It's not that much of an investment to get these cards, and if I can get my name out there, and maybe when I'm too old to work and I can still use my little arthritic hands and draw stuff and turn it into something for years down the road. Who knows?
Well, that's one thing that the Mod Squad is all about, is supporting artists. That's what we love to do. We've had several artist interviews already. We enjoy the artists. So that's one reason why we had you on, because we know that you're an artist and we want to help support you.
Maybe one day I'll be in the bandbox. You know, when I started doodling a while back that Felix talked about, I've always been a small goal of just to have something produced that goes around the world. That's the same reason why I do what I do at the bandbox. I think it's kind of cool that we can have an influence on something that goes to collections all over the world, and people will see it and embrace it and share it, and you know, it's a unique thing to do. So having a piece of art printed, you know, to go somewhere, or even like in the sketch card set, somebody else is going to receive this. That's an honor for me.
No, this the Kickstarter, the Artist Assemble, it's 4 now. Artist Assemble 4.
It's Back to Artist Assemble is the name of the group. Back to Retro is the name of the card set. So Back to Retro 4, Heroes and Villains.
So if I'm not mistaken, like you mentioned before, this is one of the most popular sets, and it already met its goal within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I made its goal in 2 minutes, and it's actually right now. It started yesterday. It's a little short from the biggest goal we've made, and that was Back to Retro 3, which was the holiday set, which surprised us because it was a holiday set. We didn't think it'd be that popular, but this one still has 17 days left, I think.
As of right now of recording, we are recording on the 31st of March. So
and it just started yesterday.
Correct. There you go. And right now there's plenty of stretch goals yet to be met. Do you recall any of the stretch goals right now?
The stretch goals I mentioned earlier, there was some stickers made for the set. There was wax packs from the A-Team Back to the Future. Yeah. A lot of other 80s properties that are still sealed with the bubblegum smell inside. Don't eat the gum. There's some custom things I know she had created for that. There's some metallic cards. I seen something today that Popeye was unlocked. I don't know what that means yet, but Popeye was unlocked. I don't know what kind of card that is, but it was definitely unlocked. I know 3 artists' redemptions have been unlocked, and at this pace, I'm sure more redemptions will be unlocked after this. A redemption is basically inside your pack, you'll get another additional drop item that you can contact the artist, and they'll make you anything you want on a card. Similarly to what a contest I'm going to give right now, where...
Oh, contest. We like contests.
Who wants to give the rules? Who wants to give the rules?
I'll let the boss man do that.
All right. Give the rules.
Okay, here we go.
The contest. Just give out your Instagram and all your socials, and we'll.
The easiest way is just hashtag Art by Peeps.
Art by Peeps.
Art by Peeps.
PEEPS, right?
Just like Peeps the candy. It didn't start out that way. I'll tell the story later, but that's not how it is. But it's the Peep Geek is what you see, but it's Art by Peeps.
Art by Peeps. And if you hashtag Art by Peeps in the comments of this video, you'll receive a free commission piece by Paul.
Well, I'm going to choose someone because that's a lot of commission pieces.
You can win a free commission piece by Paul.
How about this? I'm gonna go up one more on this. I'm gonna let you guys choose the Art by Peeps winner. I'm gonna choose if they also comment a cool idea and challenge me. I'll pick that idea and make that card too.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll pick one and you pick one.
I'm gonna write a check for you, Paul. What if they also comment on your Instagram and or Twitter, and you pick that one winner between both of the social media accounts for a third card, possibly?
I can do that.
Oh,
I can do that.
All right, man. I always do rapid fire questions when we do an interview with an artist, and you are one hell of an artist. So
you didn't prepare me. I have no homework. Go ahead.
Snyder Cut. How do they say it? Josh's League.
Josh Whedon. I'm Snyder all the way. I love the movie. I watched it twice. I watched it again when Mary watched it.
Lois and Clark or Superman and Lois?
Lois and Clark. I have an unopened packaged DVD. That tells you something.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
I'm about to say Force Awakens.
Okay. It 1990, It 2017.
2017, only because it has a place in my heart. Go ahead.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Infinity War.
And the most important one right here, Biggie or Tupac.
I have no idea.
Okay,
Don't listen to
PlayStation or
either one.
Xbox?
PlayStation all the way. I've only had an original Xbox when I worked at KB Toys back in the early 2000s. I got it for free.
All right. Well, that was an awesome interview. So now we are going to move along to the April Bambox franchises.
Boom.
I'll start it off with April's anime. We have Death Note, Ruby, this RWBY, and Ghost in a Shell. So that.
All right, for horror, we have The Purge, Nightmare on Elm Street, Stephen King's Universe, and I think we all kind of know where that's going, and Rob Zombie.
For gamer, we have Overwatch, Fortnite, Castlevania, and Contra.
And Mr. Paul, what do we got for geek?
Indiana Jones, Gotham City Sirens, Dazed and Confused, and the X-Men.
It's going to be all good boxes. All good boxes.
What about the Ultra?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And the comic. Oh, God.
The new kids on the block. Come on, Joey McIntyre. Come talk about it.
Did he just know the guy's first and last name?
My sister loved him. That's the only reason I know.
Well, yeah, we're going to go with that. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, the comic box, Comic Vixens is what it is. Comic Vixens. In this box.
Can we give a spoiler? Gee.
Do it.
Yes, there will be a slab comic in this box.
There will be a slab comic in this box. For those of you in the comic know, I can say this creator is very known. He's very sought after, and he's put out some very good work.
Yep.
And you will definitely know it if you are in pop culture geek fandoms at all today. And I did look also on eBay, and I have not found anything that this item is for sale currently.
No, I believe he's kind of hard to get signed. I mean,
yes, he is definitely hard to get signed on anything.
I guess that's a spoiler, letting everybody know it's a he. So.
This is why you listen to the Mod Squad.
You know, I the world is changing, and I don't think anybody can do anything. But currently, there's a lot more of the male side than the female side, so we were able to give much away. So go ahead.
Well, I believe that does it for this episode of the Mod Squad. So for Carrie, Felix, and Paul, I'm Kevin saying, keep on bamming, bammers.
Stay golden.
California.
Any questions?
Paul, what's going on? I mean, what the fuck's your name, Kevin?
Well, we're going to have to use the Zoom because for some reason it stopped recording.
All right, man. I always do rapid fire questions when we do an interview with an artist, and you are one hell of an artist. So
you didn't prepare me. I have no homework. Go ahead.
Snyder Cut or Josh? How do they say it? Josh's League? Josh
Whedon.
Yeah.
No. You know, I was the first to watch this movie. I woke up before everybody else did. I knew I had a long day ahead of me. I sat there in the room with some coffee. And, you know, here's my thing about the movie. I'm going to talk about some spoilers right now. It's Snyder Cut all the way, 100%. I've been buying toys for Snyder Cut. I've thrown away my Josh Whedon cut. So it's the scenes that are existing. I feel like they're so fresh now because they're built up and they belong. that I hated the Flash in the Whedon cut. Now he makes sense, and I almost cheering for him. When he trips and falls down, I'm like, oh, the poor guy. The first time I watched it, I'm like, why the hell are you tripping over everything, dude?
Cyborg, man.
Cyborg, he has such a big arc in this movie, and he matters.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the funny thing is, now I'm watching this movie, and I'm watching so many of the animated movies. It reminds me of those stories. So I don't know who wrote it first. If you watch the last, what was it? The Apocalypse, Justice League Apocalypse. So much of that story was kind of, reflected into that, and the future and all that other good stuff. But anyways, I'm Snyder all the way. I loved the movie. I watched it twice. I watched it again when Marie watched it.
I'm about ready to watch it a third time myself.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark or Superman and Lois?
Lois and Clark. I have an unopened package DVD. That tells you something. I don't mind it. I don't mind the way the show, but to me, a lot of these shows are all about the villains. And he didn't really have very strong villains in Lois and Clark. It was very, vanilla up.
Superman
and I've watched
doesn't really have a villain like up till now. It's kind of new.
No, but the villains is actually almost family life. The villain is almost his balance of trying to be Superman and being dad and being husband and everything at the same time. That's the villain right now. Life. So, a lot of us can kind of probably look at that and watch it. And, the challenges of growing up with a kid and trying to let him be himself versus he can't even play football. And then this kid who we know his name, we know he's going to be somebody, but right now he has no powers. Yeah. And he was highlighted. Now he's
fire questions I've ever seen in my life.
I talk a lot and you will not get a short answer out of me.
Is that what you said, Kevin?
I said this has been the longest rapid fire question.
I was gonna say
it's rapid fire in Snyder cut slow mo. So
there you go.
It's called rapid fire for a reason. I was biting my tongue, man.
I started out saying I didn't know. I don't have the test. I don't know the answers. So you didn't tell me this or that. You said answer the question.
I'm sorry. Rapid
your
fire.
fault.